I think this is where the party's at. Oh, wow. Hey, how is everybody doing? I was invited here to have a casual conversation. What about plagiarism? As I was rudely interrupted, plagiarism can be a bit ambiguous, don't you think? Some of my research is based on international students and their struggles with plagiarism in a non-native university environment. You know what? I agree with you. Part of this aspect of the conversation is to figure out why international students don't find plagiarism to be such an issue. And this could go back to the cultures that they grew up with and how they value textbook information for students to copy from. And this could go back to what you were saying on timed assignments, which could add pressure to the students to plagiarize, essentially. Sorry to be a little nosy, but what is this conversation you're talking about? Well, we're talking about how ambiguous the term plagiarism can be. It's non-uniform. So come along, let's go find out more about this academic discussion. I've said this once, but I'll say it again. The current pedagogies to combat the issue of plagiarism are not enough. In my research, I noticed how poor the climate can be between students and their intertextualities. Hey there! I agree with you. Some of my work also focuses on how teachers teach, or also known as their pedagogies. Through my research, I recognize how students have been conditioned to think a mistakeless paper is considered good writing. Instead, this hinders the development in creating good ideas. The current pedagogies stink. I suggest that handbooks should be a necessary tool that teachers can use. They are simple, straight to the point. They can even help out international students who are just transitioning into a plagiarist-strict environment. Handbooks are useless. They provide nothing for our students. We must find another way to tackle this pedagogy approach. Well, what I found is that repeated writing topics can be a bit inviting for plagiarism. Having creative assignments could only lessen this, as it only limits the students' experiences as their only tools to work with. Hey, I can hear you from here! And who are you supposed to be? Listen. I agree with you guys. The current pedagogies to combat plagiarism aren't doing much justice. However, I think we should take a step back and focus at the core of the problem. Larry Lee, where did he go? You know what? Forget about it. I can see where Carter is going with this. Psst. Oh. This is what an academic conversation looks like. It never ends. Everyone we've met just keeps on adding to the issue of plagiarism. That's right. Have you all heard of this? Yeah. I feel like it could be a necessary tool to work with. Let's think about it. Students can become familiar with their sources, but also become familiar on how to cite them. Patch writing. This reminds me of my own research as well. I focus on how students could be deemed as unethical following their university's honor code. This also ties into my research. I think this falls under the plagiarism hysteria side of the conversation. Why do teachers feel the need to punish students for nitpicky citations instead of rewarding them for developing good ideas in their writing?